Hello there, it's Wake Up. Just going to do a little review, if you will, based on this program which I've just started rewatching. That program being The Wire. That was season 1. I'm going to try and do. I'm going to watch all 5 seasons again because I've got a few weeks off work, so I think I'll just rewatch them after I come back from Canada. I've literally just finished watching the first season about 2 minutes ago, and it's even better than how I remembered it being. You know, this will be the third time I've seen the whole series, and not just because of the fact that you've got memorable characters like D'Angelo, who, in my opinion, is the main reason why I was actually able to follow the first season. This guy, D'Angelo, is like he's the main guy that wants to get out of the game, that wants to get out of selling drugs. That's what The Wire is all about. It's like a cop show that shows the police hunting down the drug dealers, but it's so much more than that. And like, basically that's what it is. But the cops, you have no sympathy for, because you got this guy called Jimmy McNulty and Bunk, who I'll get to in a minute, and like, they're just assholes, really. And the main drug dealer guy, who's like the kingpin, if you will, is Avon Barksdale, who's the Mark, they're the guy that they're trying to get hold of and arrest, basically. And Avon Barksdale is one mean sod. He's a mean sod, basically. Yeah, I mean, like, you see, you've got Bunk and Jimmy McNulty, and it's all on McNulty, the white guy in that picture. It's all on him. He wants to. It's his idea to do more about the drugs, because he sees all this killing that's going on in Baltimore, and he wants something to be done about it. And so they start up this unit. And I mean, fair enough. On the surface, it's just a plain cops versus robbers or cops versus drug dealer story. But the main heart of it is D'Angelo and Bubbles, and it goes to say something where the character that I can most relate to, and that I'm backing fully to the hilt, and who I have the utmost respect for, is a crack addict who's homeless, and that's this guy here, Bubbles or Bumbles. And isn't that an interesting spin on how you'd normally see things like in a TV show? And the thing that makes The Wire so good, especially, is the fact that it doesn't jump in with explosions, and like, it all doesn't happen at once. Like, you see these pilot episodes or one episode, and you've got explosions, you've got fighting, it's all intense and in your face. Whereas The Wire, no, forget that. The Wire is just like a decent book. You know, it goes completely against the grain of those TV shows, and it takes its time to develop characters like Wallace. Wallace is one of the Project Boys who's like a runner for the drugs, and he's another guy who's just I have so much respect for, because he's fair enough, he's in the game, he's trying to make ends meet, but he's looking after all these other little kids as well to keep them out of social services. You know, there's so much heart to The Wire. It's like it's not even a TV show. Call it, you're better off calling it a documentary, basically. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. And I mean, season 1 especially, because I mean, it takes, like, you watch one episode and fair enough, you put it back and you're not addicted to it. But The Wire's brilliance is that by the time you finish watching like 4 episodes, you're hooked, and you don't realise that you're getting hooked to it, or you're getting addicted to it, and you're trying to think, why am I watching this? And it's really hard to be determined until you get into like the 6th or 7th episode, and by which time you can't put it down. You can't. Like, I watched the first 4 episodes when I first watched it, and then I couldn't. After like the first 4 episodes, I watched them consistently, like one after the other, after the other, after the other. I couldn't stop. Fair enough. If you're not, I don't mean to sound racist, but if you're not black, you're gonna have to watch this thing at least twice. Because when I first watched The Wire, I didn't have a clue what any of the black people were saying, because I'm not hip and I'm not up with the lingo. It took me a while to actually decipher what was going on, what they were saying, because they speak how I would imagine that time how it's actually spoken down in like not the ghetto, because that sounds so cliche, but you know what I mean. But then you've also the thing about The Wire, in season 1 especially, is once you've gotten to know these characters so well, like Stringer Bell as well, who's yeah. And when you first watch The Wire, you're thinking, why isn't Stringer Bell the in charge of all the drugs? Why? What? How is Stringer Bell a right-hand man and not the main guy? And it's like, because Stringer Bell's, it's all explained when you've got D'Angelo explaining it to Wallace and Bodhi in a chess game that they're doing. And basically they say Avon's Barksdale is the king and you got Stringer's the queen. The queen is the piece that goes and gets shit done, basically. And that's exactly it. I mean, you need that street smart, I would imagine, in order to run a successful drug business, in order to get that type of respect. And then I'm leaving out the most important character, because I mean, my three favourite characters in this was Bunk, the detective, Bumbles, Wallace, and that is the three. Right, well, my fourth favourite character then is, you can't forget, Omar. Omar is basically a Robin Hood. He steals drugs from drug dealers and gives them out to the fiends that can't afford it. And for that, they hide him, and he steals drug dealers' money. And every man must live by a code, which is what Omar does. And I mean, I don't think I'm doing a very good job selling it, but you need to, like, every other single TV show that's ever been made, all the best ones. I'm talking about things like Deadwood, about 24. You know, they've got nothing on this. They have absolutely nothing on The Wire. The Wire is one of the best forms of entertainment in terms of books, in terms of story, in books, in literature, and like even TV shows. It's one of the best things that's ever been done. And I would thoroughly recommend that you watch this show. You need to watch this show. Otherwise you're missing out. You really are missing out. I mean, the only reason why I started to rewatch The Wire Season 1 again, in the first place, is because there's nothing on telly. There's no other TV show like it apart from Oz, but then, I don't know, there's something about The Wire that just has the edge. It's got something, you know, and you need to check it out. It is one that you won't be disappointed. It is one of the best documentary, like, TV shows ever made. Like that. And the actors in this thing are superb. They're absolutely superb, and I can't do any better job than selling it than that. If you don't watch it, then you're doing yourself a great injustice. The site is www.talkbackboard.net. That's the site for the real fan. I'll see you on the boards. Thanks for listening. Bye.